Yes, if I say art walk, what do you think about, huh? Well, probably I'm just going to guess. Maybe Main Street in Scottsdale, or maybe it's First Fridays downtown. We'll stop that right now because there's another one that's been going on for 9 years, right, sir?
And hardly anybody knows about it.
Well, so how about if we make a difference right now?
We're going to make a difference right now today.
Okay.
Yes. Let's get the word out there and tell people where it is.
And this is Kevin Caron, who is a part of it as a sculptor.
Hi.
And you've been part of it for quite a while.
So this is my first year.
Oh, really? I had no idea. You're such a professional at doing this. I thought they had discovered you years ago.
Well, no, it was a boundary issue. It was a Scottsdale thing. It was over towards Scottsdale, and they finally moved the boundaries over this way enough that they picked up the Shemer Art Center on Camelback, and then they picked up me also.
And where is the art walk that we're talking about now, the Camelback?
Well, it's between Camelback and Thomas. It's between 56th Street and Scottsdale. That's where most of the artists are. But then you come over on Camelback Road and you come to the Shemer Art Center at 56th Street. And then my studio is right off of 44th Street.
But I think there's a map that includes
there is a map.
Right?
There is a map. Yeah, it's at www.camelbackstudios.com.
Okay, instead of talking about where it is and where you can find a whole bunch of artists, how about if we talk to just this one about what he's doing here?
Well, this is a 3D printed sculpture. It is actually a bronze. So it's 80% bronze with 20% PLA resin. And this is 100% PLA resin.
Wait, you're talking about 3D printing?
3D printing. We're actually printing in precious metals.
Amazing. And what is the advantage to the artist?
The advantage to the artist is I can be working on something else like one of my metal pieces down at my studio, where the printer at home can be printing out a piece for me also. So I can get twice as much work done, really. But the 3D printer allows me to do some really fantastic shapes. You know, shapes that would take me months to do out of metal in my studio, I can do in hours with the printer.
Okay, now listen, when we're talking about, though, the Camelback Studio tour and art sale, this art walk, you can actually talk to the artists and you will not attack people for leaning over your shoulder.
No, no, we don't do that.
That must be distracting.
You know, it is distracting sometimes, yes. When people come to the studio and they want to see what I'm doing, you know, I do a lot of welding, so I make a lot of bright light, I make a lot of fire and a lot of noise, you know, so people want to come and watch, and they show up, you know, like in a dress, or they show up in shorts, and they don't understand that there's some danger involved in all of this. So we have to educate them on how to, you know, properly come to a studio like that so they don't get injured.
And let's educate everybody right now that we're not just talking about sculpture either. The variety of things that are available for this event, jewelry and painting and virtually the entire spectrum of art.
That's true. That is true.
And so kinds of art available, once again, the dates and the times.
It is November 2nd through the 4th.
That's tomorrow through the weekend.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Friday and Saturday.
Where do we start? Let's just say for the newcomers, let's get a starting point.
Well, I would go to that web address, camelbackstudios.com. I would download the map so you can see where all the studios are.
And you can also find out about how the artists of today create some of their art with 3D creations.
3D printing.
Like this, and just ask for Mr. Caron. You can call him Kevin as long as you're going to interrupt his artwork.